you the fourth lesson of prose from second year intermediate, and the fourth lesson of prose is In Celebration of Being Alive, and it's written by Christian Barnard. So, what does the title signify? In Celebration of Being Alive means we should celebrate for being alive. We should be happy for being alive. That's the title, and it's written by Christian Barnard. And Christian Barnard is a South African doctor, and he is the first person who did heart transplant operation in the world. Successful heart transplant operation who did in the world, he is the first person. Okay, and to say regarding the story, and Christian Barnard father is a church pastor, and Christian Barnard has got 4 brothers, and one brother name is Abraham, and his brother was born with abnormal heart, so because of that he died. Okay, so to say about the family, Christian Barnard has a wife. Okay, and now at the beginning of the story we notice here, so in the course of life, you can see at the end of his career, in the first paragraph, what you can understand, at the end of his career, Christian Barnard thinks, why should people suffer? Why should people suffer? And this kind of thought he has. And then he feels that everywhere, suffering is everywhere, he thinks like that. And as a matter of fact, in the first paragraph he explains, total in the world, 125 million children are born every year. In the total world, 125 million children are born. Of 125 million children, 1 million children die before 1 year. Okay, and then 6 million children die. 6 million children die before 5 years. And rest of the children, they face problems with the crippled, disabled persons. So the story is here. At the beginning of the lesson, the writer thinks, why should we suffer? Why should people suffer? And he feels that suffering is common in all over the world, things like that. As a matter of fact, every year 125 million children are born. Out of 125 million children, 12 million children die before crossing first year. And 6 million children die, that means 60 lakh children die before reaching 5 years age. And some other children, they become disabled persons, cripples, hands or legs, they may not function well. And one more thing is, the writer says about his family. Once upon a time, doctor and his wife, they went to a restaurant. Doctor and his wife went to a restaurant, and they have a lovely meal there. After eating something, and they came out of the restaurant. Wife and husband, they came out of the restaurant, and they are crossing the road. As they are crossing the road, suddenly a car has hit them. When car hit them, both have fallen down, but his wife was thrown out to other direction. Okay, and when she was thrown out to the other direction, and she has fallen other road, and other car has come and hit her. And now they were severely damaged, husband and wife severely damaged, and they were admitted in the hospital. Okay, and now condition of the doctor is, and 7 ribs are broken, doctor's 7 ribs are broken, even lung, there was a hole in the lung. So doctor's condition is also severe. On the other hand, his wife, okay, doctor's wife shoulder was completely damaged. Okay, doctor's wife shoulder was completely damaged, and now doctor and his wife, they have a baby, a small girl they have, and no caretaker for them. The daughter is crying, the small girl is crying in the ward, and both are bedridden. Doctor was on the bed, and even his wife was on the bed. On the other hand, at the doctor's hospital, patients are waiting for the surgery. So now doctor thinks, why should it happen? Why should it happen? Patients are waiting for me, and See, I met with an accident, my wife met with an accident, we are suffering, why should it happen? And he thinks like that. And suddenly he thinks that if his father is alive, and Dr. Father, church pastor, no, he died many years ago. But he thinks if his father is alive, he can say, my son, God will test you by giving problems. Doctor has a question in his mind, why should I suffer? And what is the answer he gives? Okay, God gives you problems. God gives you problems to make you a better person. In this way, God tests you. But the doctor thinks, what goodness is there? My daughter was crying there, and patients were waiting there. My wife was on the hospital bed. I was on the hospital bed. What goodness is there? And again, he thinks about his father. And doctor thinks about his father when the doctor was a little boy. When the doctor was a little boy, at the time, his father brought a biscuit, half-eaten biscuit. Teeth marks are there on the biscuit. And the doctor's father gave him the biscuit. And is the biscuit eaten by your brother? Abraham there no. Okay. Doctor, the 4 brothers there. One brother died of heart problem. And he's the last biscuit eaten by your brother. And your brother died with heart complaint. So in those days, in the olden days, sophisticated medical development was not there. Well developed medical equipment was not there, surgery was not happening. Nowadays, medical sector developed a lot. Okay. And he says, and now doctor thinks like that. Now doctor went to a hospital, children's hospital, because a doctor feels very sorrowful when he wants to do surgery for the children. Once upon a time, doctor went to Cape Town. When he went to Cape Town, there children's hospital was there. When he went to children's hospital, generally in the hospital, what happens? Food service will be there. No nurses. They go to every ward and with their trolley and they give food to all the patients. No. But suddenly what happens? The trolley was taken by 2 boys. One boy doesn't have one hand. Other boy, his face become discolored. And these 2 boys, what are they doing? They took the trolley and they were giving food to everyone. Actually, nurse should give. And nurse kept the trolley there, and somewhere in the meanwhile the 2 boys are patients in the hospital. But funnily, what did they do? They took the trolley and they gave food to all the persons happily. And now doctor came, learned a lesson in his life. What's the lesson? One is mechanic and other is driver. And to say about mechanic, when the mechanic was a small boy, at that time mechanic father and mother, they both drank too much. Mechanic father and mother, they drank too much. When they drank too much, what happens? Immediately, wife was very angry and wife has thrown the lantern at her husband. Husband and wife are quarreling. Both drank too much. And then wife was angry and she has thrown the lantern at her husband. Her husband moved aside. Immediately beside the husband, the boy was there and the lantern has fallen on the head of the boy and half of the face completely was damaged. And then the skin was hanging. The face of the boy has become discolored face. So that is the life of mechanic. And other person, driver, there no. You understand? So this disfigured face is there, and when he wants to open his mouth, okay, he has to raise his hand. You understand? Husband and wife, they quarrel each other and both drank it, and then later wife